Today, we will be tackling a very serious but under-discussed topic. Nigerian youths are actively facing xenophobia across Africa. But my question is, why always us? Across South Africa, Nigerian youth have been making their mark in working, studying, and building businesses. But in recent years, they have been targeted in waves of xenophobia, which include facing attacks, discrimination, and in most cases, being forced to return to Nigeria. This is not just a South African problem. In fact, reports have shown that countries like Ghana, Kenya, and some other countries in Africa have shown some worrying signs of hostility towards Nigerians. Let's dive straight into some documented reality. The first on our list is South Africa, which is generally seen as the most anti-Nigerian country in Africa. In May 2008, more than 60 foreign nationals were killed and thousands displaced. Nigerians were among the worst affected, with a lot of businesses being looted and also lots of homes were burnt. How about in 2015 and 2019, where lots of Nigerian shops were vandalized, looted in Pretoria, Johannesburg, and also Durban? The 2019 Johannesburg riots left at least 12 people killed and 680 arrested. How about the so-called Operation Dodola, a vigilante movement targeting migrants, especially Nigerians, accusing them of crimes and job theft without credible evidence? How can I forget the 2024 South African scandal, where beauty pageant contestant Chidinma, who was born to a Nigerian father, faced intense online abuse. Hence, she was pressured to withdraw. This is a clear sign that xenophobia is not just a street violence. It has also gradually slipped into cultural spaces. How about our fellow West African brothers and sisters from Ghana? In 2019 and 2020, Nigerian traders in Ghana face harassment under Ghana retail law, which require $1 million capital for foreign business owners. It is crystal clear that this is a barrier aimed at pushing out foreign traders. To add such to injuries, the citizens of Ghana embarked on a protest with the slogan, "Nigerians must go." This later intensified to a threat on Nigerian or young Nigerian businesses in Ghana. Then comes our East African brothers and sisters from Kenya. In January 2024, the mysterious death of a Nigerian woman in Nairobi, Kenya, sparked a xenophobic hashtag, which was "Deport Nigerians" or "All Nigerians must go." Kenya police officers arrested several young Nigerians in unrelated race. This is as a result of stereotype linking Nigerians to drug and scam with no evidence. Nigerian students in Kenya universities reported harassment and increase in police profiling. How about our Northern African brothers and sisters? In Libya, Nigerian migrants, especially the youths, have faced enslavement and also attack from military groups during migration attempts. The last on my list is Cote d'Ivoire. In 2017, Nigerian traders in Abidjan market faced extortion and mob hostility from locals. This is because the locals blame Nigerians or Nigerian traders for a price hike in the market. From South African Operation Dodola to online hate campaign in Kenya, Nigerian youths are feeling the heat. So, what exactly is fueling this rise in hostility? 1. Economic competition and job scarcity. In most of these African countries, unemployment rate amongst the youth is often high. Hence, foreign nationals like Nigerians become scapegoats. For example, South Africa's youth unemployment rate hovers around 44%, which eventually fuels resentment amongst foreign nationals, especially Nigerians. 2. Political leaders and movements use anti-immigrant rhetorics to win political points or deflect the mind of the citizens from the failure in their governance. 3. Stereotyping and misinformation. Nigerians are often wrongly branded as criminals, scammers, or drug dealers, thanks to social media for amplifying these unverified stories, which eventually hardens the prejudice against Nigerians. Criminal actors now use Nigerians as camouflage to scam their victims. But what is the way forward? 1. Let's strengthen negotiating Nigerians and other African countries' bilateral agreements to protect migrants. We can also use the African Union framework to classify xenophobic violence as a continental crisis, while at the same time establish emergency response units in Nigerian embassies across Africa. 2. Let's find quick and efficient ways to reintegrate returnees from hostile African countries. This can be achieved if Nigerian government could create or make available government-funded grants for businesses that were lost abroad. Another way to help reintegrate returnees is by making available trauma counseling programs for victims. 3. Let's counter false narratives about Nigerians' contribution in host countries, and this can be effectively achieved by constantly showcasing Nigerian youth that are contributing and also working legally in their African host countries. 4. Let's encourage exchange programs, student association, sports tournaments, and cultural festivals between Nigeria and other African countries. This will promote people-to-people diplomacy and will effectively help to reduce stereotyping. 5. Let's invest in youth empowerment or employment programs and also encourage small businesses so that Nigerian youth will have viable opportunities here at home. Hence, reduce economic migration, which usually occurs out of desperation. In conclusion, in a world where Africa is being seen as a worthless continent, even as bad as being seen as a country instead of a continent, the last thing Africa needs right now is hatred amongst herself. Xenophobia against Nigerian youth is more than just violence. It is an attack on Africa unity. The pain runs deep. Broken dreams, fractured identities, and lost opportunities. But with honest dialogue, strong diplomacy, and grassroots youth engagement, we can replace hostility with cooperation. Africa's future is too connected to be divided by fear. We all need each other. So let's join hands together and say no to xenophobia. See you in our next episode. Thank you.